Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the November 24th, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, during this next 16 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there too. Let those fingers do the walking. Go ahead, send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, all the indices traded to the upside. The Dow at 486, S&P 56, NASDAQ 100, 136, Russell 40. Semis are up just slightly, up about 10 points out there. Spot volatility index well below its 50-day exponential moving average. It's trading out at 22.02. Gold's trading out at 18.03. It's off $34. Silver's down 38 cents, trading out at 23.24. Light sweet crude 44.90. Maybe taking out a swing point, maybe a gigantic A to B equals CD to the upside there. Natural gas is up 7 pennies, trading out at 2.89. Leading the charge to the upside dollar-wise, it is Tesla. And we had a request inside the Tiger's Den to take a look at Tesla. So as long as it's number one to the upside, we'll go take a look at that momentarily. Dollar Tree's up 12, Boeing's up 7, Alibaba 7, CIIG Merger Corp up 450 or 17%. Zoom Video down 7%. I'm sorry, $7, nearly 2%. Best Buy off $7 and change, off 6%. BioNTech is off $5 or nearly 5%. So there's certainly things to look at. But the request for Tesla coming from Jimmy Dean Sausage in the Tiger's Den. So if we take a look at Tesla, and you're just looking for comments, we're going to see we've got an A to B. We get really two different patterns that are out here. We're looking at the daily time frame out here. And on the daily time frame, well, we can see, well, one, you can, now that the A to B equals CD pattern is gone, and that's actually kind of cool because I think this is the more likely pattern that is in play out here, which is the consolidation. So a good old-fashioned consolidation seems to be the soup du jour inside the market. So if you're asking where is Tesla headed to now that it's busted through that consolidation, 678 or so, that would be a measured. So when you get a consolidation, it offers us a measured move that is equal to, which is what we're looking at right now, or greater than the consolidation. So in the case of Tesla, it looks like it wants to continue to move higher, Jimmy. And no reason for us to look at the daily and the weekly. There's just not a whole lot out there. Yeah, over time, that's the consolidation measured move. That's the message coming from its chart pattern. If we take a look at the indices out here, just as a refresh, we took a look at this at the 1 o'clock update. The S&P via the ES Mini is trading right up into resistance. That resistance level was the top of that daily profile. It was tested exactly. That's at 3635.75. That's the actual high so far. If there is a close above that, well, that will be another bullish outcome for the S&P 500. Because price will be above all resistance levels, all profiles, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. In the case of the NQ, it's taken on a descending trend line out there. We're trading at 12,051, probably about 50 points above that trend line. And if it can close above that trend line, well, then price should go take on the top of its profile. That's at 12,262. The confirmation of that, or the likely confirmation of that, would be a close above the November 17th high, and that is 12,096. Hasn't done that just yet. The case of the Dow, up above a bearish structured daily profile, so we know that that's very bullish. And the Russell 2000 looks like it's targeting the 1 to 1.618, A to B equals CD pattern. That's up at the 1885. You're trading at 1859 as we speak right now. I had mentioned, I didn't mention, we took a look at intraday signals earlier being that 1 o'clock update. And so let's actually pull these up here. So this is just simply a little tool. It scans whatever it is that we want to put in here. These are futures contracts. And then for their different time frames, 30, 60, 122, 40, 300, we can take a look at our Chapman wave counts. Again, I'm just looking here for topping signals, so I'm not showing the bottoming signal. So these are, in the case of the Chapman wave, those are all topping signals. The TD9 counts, looks like these are all topping. No, I've got both sides of the trade there. And on the Rhodes Momentum Indicators, it's got both bottom and topping signals. So we do have some signals out there, as you can see. So let's take a look at a few of them. The ES Mini, the 240-minute chart. Since the ES Mini is up at resistance, that's really a reason to take a look at that to see if there is some kind of topping signal going on. Now, I mentioned 240, so let's pull that chart out here. And the 240 is bar number 9 of a TD9 count pattern. Now, if a top is going to take place out here, and when I say top, what a top means is that sellers should have the ability to push price back to support. That's all that it means. Now, we've got bar number 9. It's going to complete at 2 p.m., so when the show is over. What that does tell us is that if there's going to be a top based on the 4-hour time frame chart, it either happens by 2 or by 4 p.m. today. And then you'd see futures pull back a bit because that high can come on the bar following bar number 9. So if I look at the 30-minute time frame chart, so we'll just simply move over to that. And the 30-minute time frame chart doesn't have any kind of a topping signal. Well, let me just update the chart just to make sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no topping signal here. Bar number 7 is where we are at on its count. So to try to tie this into what's going on in the 4-hour time frame chart, bar number 8 would complete at 2 p.m. We know a top can take place between bars number 8 and bar following 9. So that's between 2 and 3 is what the 30-minute time frame chart is telling us. We should see some type of short-term top. Now, that would mean that price has to get above today's high. If it doesn't get above today's high, then the TD9 count is not going to be in effect out here. And again, that high was 36.24.75. So that's a 30-minute time frame for the ES Mini. As I look to the other time frames out here, nothing really to settle in on. Well, that 240-minute time frame chart. So what we can also do, you and I, we can just simply pull over our quad core set of charts out here. This way, you and I can take a look at although a little bit scrunched, so to speak, we can take a look at the 240 for the ES, the NQ, the Dow, and the Russell 2000. So we can see we're in bar number 9 for the ES Mini, and we're in bar number 9 for the Dow, the YM out there. So both of those are giving a signal of potential, at least short-term top on those time frames that should occur by about 4 p.m. today. We get back from this break, we're going to go look at Nordic American tankers with Ray in Sarasota.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go out to Ray in Sarasota. Ray, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Another beautiful day in Florida.
Perfect. Glad to hear that. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Same to you.
Nordic American Tankers, your favorite stock, one of your favorite stocks out there. Tell me what you're doing, how I can help you.
Well, I have a long-term position, and I also have a trading position in the stock, and I'm anxious to find out what your opinion is of where it's heading in the next possibly 3 to 6 months.
Okay, well, let's go take a look at it. What Nordic American Tankers did yesterday, Ray, was it passed a B point, and a B point was the swing point from November 11th. That was at $3.33. There was 1.7 million shares on that trading day. Yesterday, when price got over that, it was with 2.8 million shares. So that's a confirmed A to B equals CD to the upside. Gives you the 1-to-1 price projection at 359, the 1-to-1.272, 375, 1-to-1.618, 396. That's probably the range where price is headed to. As price gets up towards that 359, if there is a bearish reversal candle that forms, you would then have a Gartley sell pattern. So it'd be something that we have to take a look at. So right now it appears 359 is your next price target, but we want to go take a look at what's going on in the other time frame charts to see if there's some other resistance that price is running into. On the weekly time frame, the answer is, well, it's sort of a resistance level, which is the center of its bullish structured profile. In the center, which is priced at 346, we're trading right now at 347. The center, Ray, is where both buyers and sellers believe there's fair value between the price range of 325 and 376. If price can close above this 343, hold on a minute, let me give it to you again. 346. And I know it's probably like about 355, I would guess, something like that. Then that would that would suggest to you and I the price is going to make a run for 376. 375 happens to be the 1-to-1.272 A to B equals CD to the upside. If price can do that, the larger term target is 456. when price was pulling back, where it found support was at the bottom last month, was at the bottom of its bullish structured monthly profile. The low was 275, and the bottom of that profile is 275. You got to love that. So what you do know, Ray, is that support is held. Key support is held. So let's go take a look at our other charts, see if there's anything else out here that's going to assist you in where Nordic American Tankers is going. The good news would be I have to hold on to that chart. So here, as we take a look at the daily says you're in bar number 6 of a TD9 count. On the daily, this bottom with the TD9 count pattern. So says you've got 3 to 4 sessions before that signal could come into play to give you a top. 363 is a real key resistance level for you. That is where price broke down. And that breakdown is a result of is a part of the TD9 count pattern. So 363 is going to be a real key level of resistance for you to be watching and observing. On the weekly time frame, now we can see the culprit. My recollection, we can see that here. So the weekly is where you're really pinned up against. Remember, Ray, we looked at the weekly chart, and we saw that point of control, that center of the box, where both buyers and sellers believe there's fair value. We can also see on the weekly time frame chart here that the oscillator and change line, the green/red line, had changed colors. When it does that, that tells us we should expect price in that line to catch up to each other. If at the end of the week, Nordic American Tankers starts to move lower, rejects this level out here, that's not really a good scenario. And it suggests that maybe the lows go back and get tested out here, the recent lows out here, which, by the way, on a weekly basis was also a TD9 count bottom that had formed. If price can clear the oscillator and change line, that's what gives us our setup for 376. So this 347 area where it's at right now, this is really where your battle is at. And now you know the reasons why. It's the center of that weekly profile and is the oscillator and change line on the weekly time frame, that resistance level out there. Does that help you?
Helps a lot. As usual, you're a big help. I appreciate your comments and perspective.
My pleasure, and best of luck with you and Nordic American Tankers. And we're all pulling for you that price gets through this little difficult resistance zone. All right?
Thanks a lot. Have a nice holiday.
You bet. You too. That was Ray in Sarasota. We've got some requests inside our Tiger's Den. One of those requests was from Peak D, wanted to take a look at the Tom DeMark counts in GBTC, that's the Bitcoin Trust, as well as Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and pull those charts over here. We're just going to take a look at the daily time frame for these instruments. And we put up Bitcoin. This has got the continuous contract out here. What you can see, Peak, is that earlier in the day, price pulled back and tested Stevie's green line. The green line, really key. If it's green, it tells us our price oscillator is above zero. And there's nothing more bullish than a rising price oscillator above zero. As long as price remains above Stevie's green line, we have a rising price oscillator. So it's bullish. But Peak was also interested in knowing what was the DeMark count. He was more interested in that than anything else. And today is going to be bar number 9. If Bitcoin is going to top, it's either today's high, whatever that might be. Doesn't mean it has to be what the current high is. Or tomorrow. Now, the really cool thing about the TD9 count pattern, there's many of them, but one of them is when it goes ahead and it generates that TD9 count. And as we take a look at Bitcoin, we're going to see a few of them out here. So let's talk about the really cool things. So we can see back here on October 28th, it was bar number 8 that generated the TD9 count. And then what we saw take place was basically 4 or 5 sessions where price just simply moves sideways. Oftentimes, so there's basically 3 outcomes for the TD9 count. We're either going to see a reversal, we're going to see a little bit of a hiccup, which might be just a bar or two, and then price just keeps moving, or just a little bit of sideways action and movement. Well, because we've got the oscillator and change line, it's helpful. It's easy for you and I to understand what sideways or a little bit pullback in price means. Is it still bullish? Is it a change in trend? You can't get a change in trend until you get a close below Stevie's oscillator and change line. If anything, take a look at how Bitcoin has responded here since the October timeframe. So what's really cool is that once that high gets taken out, it tells you about a strong momentum move. That's what we have seen roll out here. We had Bitcoin on the trading day of November 12th generate a TD9 count. That was on bar number 1. The very next trading session was a close above that, telling us about a strong momentum move to the upside. That takes us to where we're at today. Could be a replay of what we saw the last two times. Could be the third time is the charm. We don't know. What we do know is that we are on bar number 9. You would expect or anticipate the potentiality, and that's not even a word, of a top out there, or if it is a word, well, okay, then I didn't realize it was a word. And that says today or tomorrow should be the high. How will you know? If Bitcoin has got some type of change in trend, the very first signal would be a close below the oscillator and change line, currently printed at 18,076. If we take a look at GBTC out here, GBTC doesn't have a TD9 count pattern, doesn't really have any pattern per se as we speak right now, so I don't have a topping signal there. You would ask, where are we at? We are on bar number 6 inside of a GBTC. This is Steve Rhodes with TFNN. I want to hear from you, whoever you are. We'll be right back. Back in the day, I joined the Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We've got a treat for you. We're going out to speak with Garo in California, Alaska, the whole 9 yards. Garo, thanks for calling. Nice to hear from you. How are you?
Good, and you, sir?
I am doing well. also. So you're in several different businesses. One of them up in Alaska. What's business been like with the COVID? How has that impacted anything that you're doing?
Not much, though. Up there isn't that much of a problem that is down in California. It's pretty good. I'm in Kodiak Island. You know, I have a pig farm, and I grow pigs, and I sell it to Europe. And I've been doing this since 1980s. So I'm there, and I have a little bit of business up in Whitehorse, which is in Yukon at the Canadian side of the Alaska.
Okay.
And that's it. And then I have a property down here in Newport Beach in California.
Oh, that's great.
I'm an old timer, though. I was a Chevron dealer for very many years. I had 2 Chevron gas stations here in California, and that's it.
Yeah,
I've been
well, good.
All my life.
Yeah, perfect. So, and you're also an excellent stock trader, master of the markets, utilizing many different tools out there, simple and exponential moving averages, and the SARS parabolic SAR.
Parabolic SAR, yes.
And so you want to take a look at Thermo Fisher Scientific, TMO. Tell the folks what you're looking at and how I can help you.
Yes, sir. And TMO, I've been in it for a long time. I've been trading this for very many months. I made very, very good money. Recently, I shorted at $461 on a daily chart where the 5-day crossed the 50-day on the daily chart.
Yes, I see that.
And now here I have, I don't have a fancy chart like you, but here the candles are way below the regression line, that regression curve line, which you have it. I don't know that is similar to that or whatever, but it's very similar to your green and the red line. That's Stevie's red line, yeah.
Okay.
Here, if I go to the 2-day daily chart,
yes,
the 50-day is right here at $438.06.
Okay.
And now I don't know this is a very good support, or if I go for 3-day daily chart, then my 50-day will be at $407.70. You think that which one is that? Is that $407 is a good support, or the 2-day, which is right here, is a good support, or the support is going to be at the 200-day exponential or simple?
So, since we last spoke, I still haven't been able to get my crystal ball, my 8-ball, to give me all the right answers. So, but here's what I can share with you that I see in taking a look at the charts out here, and that's the following. And we'll come back and try to identify what I would see are some levels of support for you to look at. But the first thing that I notice on the daily time frame for Thermo Fisher is that it's in an A to B equals CD to the downside. And when it closed below the low from November 10th, that was our B point. And it did that with a wide-ranging bar on November 18th. I don't have the volumes up on the screen right now. But there's an A to B equals CD to the downside. And until a bullish reversal candle forms, price will just simply continue to move lower. Now, the first price projection area, Garo, is 427. Use that as a guideline. The second price projection area is 408. And the next one would be 383. Those would be our A to B expansion levels. The first one was just the 1-to-1, so it's not an expansion area. And so the very first thing I would be looking for to signal a bottom would not necessarily be, hey, where is support? You've got some support levels. I'll go see if I can find anything. Also, would be to see some type of bullish reversal candle to confirm what would be a Gartley buy pattern. So that's the very first thing that I see in taking a look at Thermo Fisher. I'm going to go ahead and pull over my other charts out here. And on our other chart, just see what it is that we can see about this. So you mentioned that you had taken a short position. And if we take a look at our charts, but you had waited for the 5-day to cross over the 50-day. Here, when this was forming a top, it was a Rhodes momentum indicator. signal and pattern. It was wave number 7. That's letter G out there. Now we know about the A to B equals CD to the downside. And we also know that there is a level of support at $430 even Steven. At 430, that is its TD9 breakout level. So if we're looking to trade a stock that's going to the upside, as this has, and we're trying to figure out where is the ideal place to buy, without knowing about the A to B equals CD pattern or anything else, we would have said 430 because that's where price broke out most recently. Now, if price moves down and it doesn't hold 430, Garo, it tells us that its next price target would be 407. Prices below the daily profiles on the daily basis, so 430 is really the support level. Now, I can, like you, although I don't have the 50-day exponential or 50-day moving average on here, I could create a 2-day chart, but I won't do that right now. It may just be too complicated. But I'd be watching 430 as the next move. I'd be watching then 407 after that, and that's looking at the daily time frame. And that's assuming that I don't see some type of bullish reversal candle prior to that. The weekly time frame, price is trading below the bottom of its weekly profile, and that's at 445.75. I don't know where this will close on Friday, but if it closes below that, that's a signal that price is going to pull back. Now, its larger pullback area, I don't know that it'll get down there because we'd really have to monitor the daily time frame chart, Garo, but the weekly is saying if everything is going to fall apart here, then price will target 333.85. But it's below support. I've got it below all weekly support levels out here. That would be Stevie's green line, as you had mentioned, and the bottom of its weekly profile. The monthly time frame shows us that this month, a very successful month in the market so far, is going to be bar number 8, or maybe bar number 8. The month is not over. But this could be identifying a significant top out there, a TD9 count. And this would suggest that price will pull back to the 412 level before it gives us a signal as to whether or not that's its support level, 412.50. So in summary, you've got support at 412.50. The weekly, we really don't have any support. It's at 333, and on the daily, it's at 430, and then below that, it's 407. My advice would be in watching how this trades. Again, it's not utilizing your tools out there, but the first bullish candle that forms between now and whenever, that is your signal of a bottom, at least a potential bottom.
Yeah, I have 427. And I have 408.
Okay, perfect.
Yours is 430 and 407. Mine is 408. So it's very, very close to first close. I don't know what is A plus B is equal to 1 plus 1 is equal to A plus B. I don't know that at all. I don't know that trick.
I know that.
But but whatever you're telling me is very close to my support. Very, very close.
Perfect. Hey, Garo, we're about to go to a hard break. Always great to hear from you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll look forward to speaking to you again. That's Garo in California and Alaska. We'll be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 475, S&P 61 points. Both Pete D in the Tiger's Den and Mike S want to take a look at U.S. Steel. Big move out here today. Wide-ranging bar, accelerated volume. What's gone from 12 to about 14 buckaroonies. Prices trading above the top of the daily, above the top of the weekly, and now taking on the top of the monthly profile. That's 1352. The question is, buy now or wait for a better entry out there? Well, let's go take a look at our other charts, see what kind of signals we have. Right now, we've got a signal of a breakout mode inside of U.S. Steel. Here's the daily time frame, and on the daily time frame, I don't have any kind of a topping signal. In fact, this had a TD9 count and Rhodes momentum indicator top. It has taken those things out, those from about 3 or 4 days ago. So very strong move out here. If we take a look at the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame says we are taking on a key level of resistance, 1396. Peak, here is your answer. Wait to see on a weekly basis. So you're going to say buy now, and the answer is no. I would never have you buying into resistance out here. Now, price may close above this, and then if it closes above it, tells you on a weekly basis you've got some type of change in trend out there. Do realize that you've got an A to B equals CD to the upside out there, but 1396 is a key resistance level. That's the TD9 count. You are in bar number 8 on a weekly basis, and so this says, yeah, be patient. If I look at a 30-minute time frame chart for you, what do we see? We see a potential Rhodes momentum indicator signal out here, but no sign of a top here just yet. But I would say based on that weekly time frame chart, I would simply be patient. Mike S. just wanted me to take a look at the U.S. Steel, so we have done that, and I think we've covered that. We've got a caller on the line. We always love that, and that is John in Philly. John, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Steve, well, I'm doing well. Great you're
Excellent.
doing these couple of shows in advance of your festivities upcoming.
Yes. And how are you going to celebrate Thanksgiving? I'm sure with some turkey.
Yeah, go figure. Steve, I wanted to ask you, please, about the E-mini S&P futures contract.
Yes.
I was listening with great interest to Larry Pesavento's show last Friday, in which he hosted Bill Meridian, giving his outlook. And interestingly, Bill's work was saying, hey, I see a pullback low forming early as Friday, last Friday, late as, say, Monday, and or Monday being yesterday. And interestingly enough, the E-mini S&P lows on Friday and Monday were higher lows, 35.43 and then 35.48, and of course we started to rally. And Meridian cycles point up strongly, at least according to the way he sees things, into December 10th, maybe even a bit later. Mm-hmm. So that is background. My question for you, sir, is if this rally emerges and moves into new high ground, can you share the higher projections that your work would target?
Absolutely. So that's an easy one, John, for the ES Mini. And when I say easy, it's because on the daily time frame chart, which is the panel on the left, folks, the upper left-hand panel, that little rectangle is the consolidation. And right now we have what appears to be a breakout of that consolidation. We had that about 6-7 trading sessions ago, and then price failed to hold that and came back into the consolidation. First, price is trading right into resistance right now, John, and that is the top of the daily profile, and that's at 3635.75. The high of the day, as you know, has been 3638.75, so 3 points above that. If price can close above the top of that profile, 3635.75, that's a breakout message. Price is above resistance. It would be above every profile resistance. Now, when I say every, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly out there. So if it can do that, then the consolidation pattern gives us a measured move that would be equal to or greater than. So then I would say the price target becomes 38.47. We're at 36.33, so it's another 200 points to the upside to complete that measured move out there. As far as Bill's work, perhaps part of Bill's work from a cycle standpoint, I know that it is take a look at the seasonal cycle. And it's the seasonal cycle going back 86 years. We know that on a seasonal basis, the Dow typically forms a bottom in October. So far, that is the October 30th low out there. And then price typically runs up into January 6th, the first week in January, before we see a typical pullback out there. So those would be the signals that I would be looking for, John. And specifically, again, that would be a close above 36.35. That's the only resistance area out there. And if that gives way, I think it's the consolidation pattern that is in play out there. Thanks
so much. I'm looking at that weekly chart of yours with a 38.47 measured move projection. That's real clear, real obvious. I guess I'm going to go with that. So thank you, and good holiday weekend coming up to you.
You bet, and everyone in the den says hello to you, so they're good. Glad to hear your voice, as am I. So, and you have a nice holiday as well. You bet. That was John in Philly. We had some other requests as well. We took a look at U.S. Steel. We had a request here from Jim, and Jim wanted to take a look at ticker symbol SU. I'm just going to pull over instead of going to the free time frame charts right now because we have a few requests that are in. So when we take a look at SU, Jim, this looks like this is going ahead and it's going to target the 1929 level. 1929 is its next TD9 resistance area. You're in bar number 7 of a TD9 count. If this is going to form a TD9 count top, that would take place over the next 3 trading sessions. But in the meantime, it does look like 1929 on a daily basis is its price target. On the weekly time frame out here, price is above resistance, so I don't have anything additional to add there other than it looks like it also wants to move to higher ground. And the beauty here is that price right now is trading above Stevie's red line on a monthly time frame. And if it can continue to do so, look, this formed a nice TD9 count bottom. It did this in September. Closing above that would suggest a move to 2208. And Jim, if price can get above 2208, you're looking at 34.56. So that's what I see when we take a look at SU. You also wanted to take a look at Occidental Petroleum, OXY. I probably should have put that on the other screen here because this will take just a few moments to populate. So in the meantime, I'll give you my famous, I was going to give you my famous recipe. I didn't say for what, but I can't do that because it popped up on our screen. What popped up? The charts. Occidental Petroleum. You're looking to buy some more. Can you give me a target and where to buy? So you're looking to buy some more. Well, here in Occidental Petroleum, so on the other one, on SU, you're not going to buy it now. You're going to let things kind of play out, the TD9 count, see what happens, and then we can take a look at that, form some type of top and a bit of a pullback out here. On the monthly time frame for Occidental Petroleum, we haven't seen this for a couple of years out here, not since 2018 what is it we haven't seen since 2018? Price trading above its oscillator on change line. So this is a positive development. And it's got a seventh wave move, letter G. It's got a Rhodes momentum indicator. Occidental Petroleum is saying it's got a major bottom that is put in there. The weekly chart out here, well, we'll get to the weekly and the daily when we get back from this break. But the weekly says it's targeting 1883, about another buck higher from where it's trading right now. We'll be right back. Oh, $1.80 from where it's trading right now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based, vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back. We're taking a look at Occidental Petroleum here for Jim. And Jim he's already in the position and is looking to add to it. So, Jim, we can see in looking at the daily time frame chart a couple of things. One, price is taking on resistance, 1674, the TD9 count. We're trading at 1695, but close above 1674 is a positive. Bar number 7 today of a TD9 count. That says the high could form tomorrow, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday out there. So I would hold off. We can also see the oscillator and change line change from red to green about a half a dozen sessions ago. We know that price net line will catch up to each other. I'm going to also say here to hold off. See how the next few days, Monday, plays out here. and then let's go from there, because right now it would just be a chase. As far as a pullback, it would have to be 1336. I don't know the price. Well, it can't do anything at once. I just don't have any signals to suggest that price will get back there. The last instrument we're going to take a look at is for Jeff, and he wants to take a look at Alcoa. AA is the ticker symbol. So let's see what we can do here in about less than a minute's time. On Alcoa, today is going to be bar number 8 of a TD9 count. The last TD9 count just had a little bit of a hiccup out there. But with regard to what is it you're doing, been in it for about a month. Took half your position off this morning, and it does look like you can make $21.95. I don't have any. So today's going to be bar number 8. This could identify a top today, tomorrow, or on Friday out there. On a weekly basis, let's see what this is doing. Where's resistance? Resistance is 28.92. You're asking about 21.95. I would say this could make it to 28.92. That's when we take a look at the weekly time frame. The monthly time frame looks good. There's an A to B equals CD to the upside in this instrument. So what you're going to do, what you're going to do with this, because you're looking at what would complete the A to B equals CD target out here. And I can't draw that in, and we've got about 5 seconds left. But everything looks good with Alcoa, except potential for a top today, tomorrow, or Friday. Folks, hey, tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I'm going to record the show from 8 to 8:30. That'll be it for the rest of the week. And if I don't talk to you, have a happy Thanksgiving. But tune in tomorrow at 8. Would love to see you then. Take care, folks.